We are also learning that there is going to be a protest.
Resistant to Silence is a platform created to stand up against corrupt law enforcement entities by exercising our First Amendment rights as Americans. We are here to spread information about standouts, protests, and gatherings, and offer a safe place for discussion.
Investigation was putrid and disease. The turtles showed the world the truth and brought them to their knees. Yeah! You know you're going down. You know you're going down. We'll never get away from Faraday. We'll never get away with Donald Trump. We'll never get away with Faraday. We'll never get away with Donald Trump. Turned up missing in the house was quickly sold. Then Colonel found your tube of search house on the dying cold. John was gone, placed in the snow to die with just one shoe. You fucking pricks, you set her up. Now here comes the boom. Oh! We'll never get away with Faraday. We'll never get away with Donald Trump. We'll never get away with Faraday. We'll never get away with Donald Trump.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going? Thanks for coming.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah. As you can see, our fearless leader is not with us today. He's still with us. He's just not with us.
Yeah, he's horseback riding in like the Caribbean somewhere, like Napoleon Dynamite.
With his long
His
locks flowing
hair
in the
flowing
wind.
and that shirt, and the tie,
His pink shirt.
the Speedo.
Yeah. So where is he? He's on a cruise.
He's on a cruise. He hit a bunch of different islands. I'm not sure exactly where the heck he went, but I'm sure everybody's seen the pictures that he's been posting for the entire week, rubbing it in our face, as well as we've been tortured by rain and shitty weather. Well, though today was pretty damn nice.
Yeah, yesterday was nice too.
Yeah, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Bring on the spring.
Yeah. So
we don't have Paul, but we tried to fill that void. So I don't know if we want to go right ahead.
Yeah, let's bring him in.
We get somebody else to fill in for the evening. So hopefully you guys know who this person is.
Got a co-host.
Yep.
Hey.
There he is.
Hey.
Hey, Mike.
Hello, all you my minions.
What's up, brother?
Not much, yourself?
Oh, just happy to be here, Typical Wednesday night, just doing the thing.
Thanks for coming on, Mike.
Yeah, we appreciate you, John.
Not a problem.
Super psyched. Before I bring on we have another guest tonight, but before I bring him on, how'd you guys like that song? Because our next guest actually wrote it and performed it, and gave me the honor of doing a video for it. So, what'd you think? Is it cool?
I thought it was cool.
Wasn't it cool? It's very catchy.
Yeah, the film behind it too was good.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I did. Good.
And it's very relevant, and it's I think he just nailed it. I think he nailed it. So yeah. So without further ado, let's bring him on. This is our friend Chris. Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Chris?
Not much. Hi, Chris.
It's funny. I had met Minion Mike several times, but I did not recognize him without the hat on.
There you go.
I think I know that guy from somewhere. Oh wait,
They are two totally different looks.
Well, with you too. I mean, your hair's usually in a ponytail and you have sunglasses on too, so people are like, "Who's this guy?"
Incognito, but I took a shower.
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah.
So, Chris, tell us about how you got involved in all this movement, this Karen Reed movement, and bring us to where you ended up feeling so passionate about it that you felt you needed to write a song.
Yeah, well, I've been writing songs forever. I've got tons of songs, but they're never really about specific things. They don't have, I don't know. I see the passion in the people. I've been to several Karen Reed's, standouts, and I've been to, a couple of the motions, and I've seen the way that the people are, just drawn together by this unity against the obvious corruption. I mean, the lack of a better term. And I've never been the kind of guy to stand out or hold a sign or do something like that. I mean, it's just never been my thing. But I feel when you see the pieces of the puzzle laid out here, there's too much going on to not, I don't know. You can look at any piece and weigh both sides out and be like, okay, this makes sense. This doesn't make sense. And every time, generally,
Right.
a centrist in my mind, I look at both sides. Any argument, I don't care what you're talking about. I generally try to weigh both sides of it before I go in on something. And it just, the Turtle Boy influence, things that he has brought to the table, to the light, you just can't ignore it. And it sort of sparked emotion in me too. And I started, sort of following along and being in some of the groups that talk about the case. You can gather an awful lot of information, really quickly. Now it's sort of become almost like they're talking about some sort of documentary. I don't know how they're going to do it because there's so many different pieces. There's so many different levels to, you got the 10 town meetings, you've got, where did Chloe go? You've got all so many different things, and then you've got, people creating Facebook aliases and going after and calling people's work and things like that. I mean, I just don't know how they're going to fit it all into any sort of.
It's true. It gets chaotic.
It's completely chaotic.
And it ain't over yet. There's something new every day.
Well, so yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's happening in real time, and I think I've been following it for, about a year, maybe a little more. I don't know when. I remember it happening and being like, "There's something's fishy here," but out of sight, out of mind. And then when it sort of came to a more popular light, it was like, wait a minute. And now, you know what? I want to know the truth. That's all I really care about. If either way, I'll go, I just want to know the truth. And that's really sort of my motivation for sitting down and writing this thing anyways, because songs, they just come. You don't know when they're going to happen. Last week this wasn't a song.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a musical background myself. I've written a handful of songs, and it's sometimes they just they spit right out, and other times it's a work.
Yeah.
But something with content, this type of content, this type of a storyline. I mean, I can see that you probably just sat down and like, oh shit, here's a song.
It's got so much to it.
Yeah.
I mean. Like the song doesn't cover it. The song just covers like, okay, if you're sort of thinking towards one side, it might spark your attention. But the thing is, songs in general can be about anything. They don't necessarily have to be true. They don't have to be about facts. Right. They don't have to be about it. This could be just. I mean, I could be writing about, interplanetary space travel or something. It would be the same thing. Like,
yep.
It's
could be writing about Minions or something.
Yeah, I could be writing about Minions. That could be the next song. In fact, that is the next song. It's coming out in 15 minutes.
Love it.
But,
you could probably do it.
Yeah, I follow along. I follow Sean's show. I see that he switches out the guitars in the background. I really appreciate that.
Oh yeah, he does.
He's got some good stuff. So when the big party happens afterwards and we all jam together, I want to be in his band.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be good. Yeah.
We get a free Karen Reed band.
Yeah.
It's gotta happen. It's like, what are we gonna do when it's all over? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
there's got to be. I don't know.
I don't think it'll ever be over, to be honest with you. I think it's just going to continue. I mean, look how long Karen's had to wait for a trial.
And, so I went into the courtroom a couple of times, and I got to tell you, like, again, I'm not that guy. I've never done this type of thing before. I would never go watch a court case. It's like, I don't like court in the first place. The whole thing is But being in there, it is intense, man. And seeing the faces of both sides.
Yeah,
it's like, wow, you cannot help but be gripped by the goings on,
Yep, it's real.
It's real, and so and the other thing, and then again the other arm of it, back to like the Canton town meeting and all of that stuff, and seeing the behavior there, and just some of the things that, like, okay, I've never gone to a court case before. I've never sat around and watched a town meeting for any time. I don't even live in Canada. I'm watching this, right? But it's gripping, and it's really interesting to see how that dynamic works. You got a guy on the board there that
Well, never mind watching a town meeting in a town that's not even yours.
Right.
Yeah, right.
It's like, for crying out loud, it's so different, but it piques my interest in, my own town, and trying to look in to see who I would assume there's no corruption in a town like mine, but you can't make that assumption anymore.
No.
Right.
It
went pretty smooth last night.
Yeah, it did. It went really well, didn't it? That was weird.
Yeah, was it only one person at the end spoke?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone was on
That's unusual.
Well, yeah, I mean, the election was. I mean, let's face it. That was. You don't have to be from Canton to. I mean, the big the vote on the audit.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
I
I
mean,
mean, come on, that's that whole thing was just gripping. You
Yeah.
couldn't,
Said a lot.
you know, and then sort of getting to know some of the characters a little bit, people that you see in these things every day. Like the case that I was one of the times that I was there, I was walking out and all of a sudden I'm standing next to Rita. I'm like, hey, that's Rita, and Rita turns around, hey, gives me a big hug. I was like, I felt like like you just they're not movie stars or actors or anything. They're just regular people.
it's
And but I feel like I know a lot of them, and I think we all sort of feel that way because we've seen a lot of their interactions over time. You see them at the standouts, you see them politicking, and you see the personalities when they get pushed, and how they are treated unfairly in some people's eyes. Again, I'm not gonna.
Well, not only that, but I mean, you look at the people that were running for the seats in Canton alone. You watch their growth. Specifically, I'll say to Jen O'Donnell. I mean, she
Oh, yeah.
started off, her first time speaking in public. I think it was
It was one of the
September-ish, maybe.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And she went from she just took off. She got her.
She was timid.
She was,
Yeah.
but to tell you, hook, line, and sinker, boom, right? Like as soon as she started talking, I was like, okay, she's got something to say.
Absolutely. The confidence build. It's amazing. And they all did that. They're all so well spoken. Yep.
And when you see somebody rise to that level, to be pushed to that level that they didn't ask for, it's just sort of it's inspirational, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this has been going on for a long time. A lot of these people have been on The Glare, they've been on Turtle Boy Show, they've been on all of these shows, so you get to know their personalities.
Mm-hmm.
Just like right now, here we are all talking. I'm just a face in the crowd. I'm just some guy in the crowd. But
we all were.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Good point. Mike.
I met Minion Mike like 3 times before I even knew his name was Mike.
I was just a minion.
Yeah, you're the minion guy.
You recognize people, and I heard somebody somewhere along the line say, "Bill, people hopping on this thing to get something out of it for themselves." And I'm like, I don't believe that for 1 second. Nobody's here for themselves. Nobody's here to. I mean, maybe there's a couple of people trying to get in the camera for themselves, but I don't think most of the protesters and the people, I think they feel this. I think they feel this inside.
Absolutely.
They have weighed out what the Commonwealth has dealt, and I'm sorry. It just, again, I'll say it again. If I'm wrong, if there's video of something really bad happening from, say, across the street, and we're all wrong, I'll eat my words. I'll absolutely show me the video.
Mm-hmm.
Show it to me.
Right.
Other than that, we got big problems because you guys got nothing.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine said something to me the other day about it. He said, he used the word doubt, and he's like, I always think of it as a piece of the puzzle. And when you look at any piece, does it fit? Does it not fit? How does it work? What sideways did that piece, go to? And I always end up on the side of Karen Reed is innocent. It just is, it's just there's just too much. There's just too much. In any little bit of the hydra that you look at and you weigh it just, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. But like I said, prove me wrong. I would love to just know the truth. And I think we're going to find it. I think we're going to find it.
Well, I hope we do. I mean, I think at this point, it's a multifaceted thing, where Karen needs to be, just freed. She needs to be, this needs to end for her.
Yep.
As far as who actually killed John, we may not actually ever find that out. I'm not confident that we will, but we will put some people behind bars because there's people that were involved that are going to get in some serious shit.
Well, there definitely have been things that happen all along the way, and again, there's an army working on this. It's not me.
Yep.
I'm not.
Right.
I'm sitting behind the keyboard. I've been to a couple of things. I'm not digging up the dirt. I'm not doing the forensics. There are other people that read the court documents. I'm not a court guy, but they are able to disseminate them and,
Right.
and play them out for the layman. And when you look at, and again, what Turtle Boy is doing, when he really analyzes these things and breaks them down and goes line by line, that's sort of where I got hooked into the whole thing too. Because a guy like me looks at a pile of documents and goes, I don't know what I can do.
You could put those documents in front of me and I could read them 25 times and still not register what the hell is going on.
Yeah, totally.
Where it's presented to me on TV for some reason, I get it.
Yeah.
Well,
One little word changes everything.
Right.
A lot of people, because you can't sit there and gather 3 hours of information by yourself. Nobody can really do that. But you can put it on in the background as a blog or a show or whatever. And if you're, I don't care what your business du jour is, if you have any time where you can have something running in the background, you can hear what's going on. You can pick it up with your brain. And let's say on a Saturday, I'm painting a room. I'll put on one of the shows and just sort of listen to
exactly.
dialogue.
Yeah.
And that's sort of where you can pick up a generalization of what's happening. I'm not looking for specific facts every time. I know there's two sides to every story, but I think when you generally have, okay, where was the tail light found? It doesn't make sense. The whole thing just doesn't make sense. So, once you gather those pieces of information, then the passion starts building. And I will take to the people that I see on the street and that I've personally had encounters with, just watching the behavior at some of the court cases, and they're passionate. I get it.
The more and more people have read it, they pick out something every time, something different.
Yeah,
exactly.
No, it's true. It's true. I can't believe this thing's going to trial, but whatever. There's nothing we can do about it now, and we have to consider that doubt is going to be created, and doubt is the one thing that the Commonwealth cannot convince anybody on. They'll never get anybody convinced 100% on all of it. That's just what I'm thinking. All they have to do is get doubt on a couple of different pieces for somebody that doesn't know anything about this case. Well, could that have happened? What could that have happened? What could that have happened? And she walks. And I think that it just it's the passion. It's the passion is how this.
Well, I was gonna say the passion is how that song probably materialized.
I was just gonna say, as I was like, this song. You know what this movement needs? Some drop D riffs.
Yeah.
This needs a little tuning down and a little chunk of a little gruff, in the voice. And I think, again, I listen to this when you're recording something. It's almost like you're presenting yourself to the world. Like what I've given out already, I don't know if this is going to be well received. It's a demo. I think it sounds good. I think it's got all the right elements. It's heavy. It's got the it's like almost a fight song, an anthem that somebody would have kind of going through their head as they're getting ready to go in and fight the battle of their lives. And I would hope that somebody would see it that way, because I don't have any sort of interest in this for myself. It's like that just it came out as it happened. And
Chris, I'm going to say this, that I think this came out at the perfect time. My honest opinion. I think the way that everything is unfolding right now, I think that there's something else to push forward, and here we go. Here's a new fight, and that's where we're at. We're in a new fight right now. This is the everything that's going on with the motion to stay the hell away from the courthouse and all this other shit. This is, I mean, that song encapsulates the frustration, the anger. Yeah, I think it's good.
Yep, that's sort of it's hard to capture that in a recording. Mm-hmm. It's hard to sit down and be like, okay, this is gonna be like I'm it's hard to capture that emotion. Let's put it that way. And I think it kind of came out on this recording. Again, I've recorded hundreds of songs. None of them sound like this one, and it's due to just this bond that I feel with the group. And I think anybody that could write, if anybody could write a song from the I don't know how many people are in the group right now, but if they could all write something, they might write something like this.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
It's I don't know. Where am I even going with this?
You get a few guys together and they can write. You can make an album.
Yeah.
No,
I use 5 different songs.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, again, this didn't happen because of I'm not pitching myself. I'm just passionate about this, and I think that if there were some sort of contribution that could be made, I would donate it to the defense fund or something like that. I don't have interest in becoming, well, if this song is going to make me rich and famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't hold you to it. We won't hold you to it.
Get on this medium for no reason, So I'm just happy.
No, I'm glad you shared
Somebody
it.
said, hey, this is cool,
Yeah, I love it. I want to play it often because I think it's a good, like you said, it's a good anthem song.
Yeah.
Whether before, during, or after the show.
Yeah. Well, I think that somebody, I know for me that things have happened in my life. There are things that have happened at times in my life, and there may have been a song attached to that moment. There may have been something that you just remember. There's been 1,000 songs that are written about having memories with somebody, a certain thing that happened or whatever. This particular thing, I hope that people would listen to it and be like, I remember when I heard that song. That was, it was the Dropkick Murphys Red Sox song of the Karen case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not kidding, of course. That could never lock.
Yeah, draw that inspiration, So it's good.
Yep. And this case is big. This case is national, and we're all sitting on the edge of our seats, just waiting for the right thing to happen. And if it does, I've been, I've had an experience that was related to music where it was unjustly treated, let's say, and that's, I didn't do anything about it. I just let it go, whatever. This isn't that type of thing. This is something that I think people are gonna want. They're going to respond to.
Fighting for a life.
Yeah, that's kind of where it's at right now. It literally is a fight for a life, and other lives, because things have happened along the way that people are going to get, other things that happen. And we got people that are getting, accused of things for holding up signs just for speaking out, and nobody needs their rights trampled on. This is happening right before our eyes.
Yeah.
And again, it's
most of the corruption was too.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they do just so brazen about it. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. That's the thing. Early on, I took a ride. I was in Canton, and all of a sudden I discovered myself, and I didn't know where D&E Pizza was, but I discovered myself in front of there, and I was like, this is it. This is like, oh, there's the waterfall. Like, all very closely. It's all right near each other. So
Yeah.
it's sort of hard to imagine when you're not from there.
Yeah.
It's weird when you put that reality in front of it. I know when the rolling rally happened and we actually visited 34 Fairview, being right there,
Yeah.
at the spot where, John died it was surreal. It really was.
You have to see it first person. And I tell you, I hope I know they're going to take the jury there. They have to, because
we'll find out Friday.
Yeah. I was in a trial one time, and they took us to the scene, and they should have, because it really sets the mental parameter for the jury. It shows you space. It shows you how far away things are. And I'm telling you, anybody that's seen that front yard,
small.
This is again why.
Did they put something out today? Did they put a motion out today that was requested, that they bring the jurors to the crime scene?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I am all for that. I think that if they're going this far into this whole thing, because they're talking about it taking weeks,
Isn't that witness intimidation, though?
Oh,
Everything is.
Yeah. Everything.
That's a rolling rally.
Karen Reed clothing, which hopefully nobody will. But I think I almost get the motion to not have it in court. Yes, okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
I get maybe not on the courthouse steps, but there is another way to do it. We sort of found the workaround, I think. If as long as in my opinion, if you're wearing something pink that doesn't have any sort of logo on it, what are they going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I had a pink tie on under this, and showed people, like that I was wearing pink, because that's what are they going to do? Like,
exactly.
Sorry, you can't walk by the courthouse, sir.
That's the thing, though. You can't put it past them at this point. They do anything they want just to give us a hard time. I mean, even like Tom was complaining to the court officers yesterday about the people being let in. It's like, why are people not let in? What everybody else gets in the courtroom, but our group stands out there in the rain and the snow. And it's ridiculous. It's unheard of.
Do they get to wear their uniforms?
Yeah, right. I got there because it was the one that where they kicked Turtle Boy out. So I didn't try to get in that day. But I did notice the line, and I was like, they're letting just the other side just go and fill it up, and then whoever's left gets to sit, in there. And I thought that was kind of weird. And then
I was the last one. I was 25.
Yeah. So I was the last one a couple of weeks later at one of the other hearings, the hearing that, oddly enough, when the Jackson speech from the song, I was at that one. And
okay.
So it's extra personal for me, because I heard him deliver those words.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on the other side. I was on the bad side of town, as far as where people were sitting.
Me too.
Near me, but it was all of them. The ones that showed up. This day they didn't have, all of the players weren't there, but there were enough of them, and John's mother was there, and I just felt those words just weighing on her, and the struggle that she must just be going through, and all of them, like I just can't even imagine. But the gravity of hearing the FBI said, he didn't make contact with the car.
Yeah, exactly.
The car did not make him.
The car didn't hit. You must have quit.
Why is this still going on? Why is this still going on? Like, call it off, you guys. You're going to say, like, I almost think they're just letting it roll because it is national news, and They want it to blow up, you know?
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this. So getting back to your songs, we got to get moving on to some other topics here soon, but because Aiden's on at 9. So
Yeah, we will.
So you're gonna get it remixed. I understand from talking to you prior to the show. So once you get it all mixed down, are you gonna try to put it up on like Spotify or that type of thing? Are you gonna do anything with it? Any plans for it?
I did copyright the song
Okay.
because I wanted to. You just never know what's gonna happen. Again, I'm just it's happening in real time. And I was like, I better copyright it just in case. So I have that. And once I get it mastered, it should be playable on any media outlet. I just don't feel right now like sonically it's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
I got it to where I've got the emotion. But again, as I was saying before the show, when there's 2 stages of recording, there's recording and mixing, and then there's mastering. The mastering just takes all of the stuff that you put together, you've made your ears sound the way that you want it to come out.
Yep.
But if you play it like I've run through a couple of times where I A/B another song, where you're like, oh, here's my song, and then you play another song right away behind it, and you hear how much more spatially enhanced the other song is. Anything that's on the radio or has anything that's engineered for a streaming platform is enhanced in that way. And I tried, I'm just not, I don't quite know how to get it to that level.
Yeah.
Once my guy gets a hold of it, he's going to pump the steroids in, and the song won't be any different, but it will sound better on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's amazing what they can do when they mix it all down.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to that. That will probably be this weekend. Again, this wasn't a song. This was a song on last Friday. This became a song, I think. And, and we're at trial time right now. So it's got to drop right away. And my mastering guy does not have enough time. He's flat out too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Those guys are always busy.
He began on Saturday night because I asked him for a favor.
Yep.
So, once that's done, maybe somebody from the movement will just like it and want it, and if there's a way that it can contribute to the defense fund or something like that, I'm happy to be, involved. I everybody pitches in somehow. It takes a village. If this is something that I can give, if I was a painter and I could paint a painting that people would buy, yeah, I'd do that too.
Yeah.
But I just think that a pay it forward type of attitude in this situation is the way to go.
Yeah, we just lost Mike, but anyway, yeah. So, well, thank you for coming on, Chris, because
no problem.
I really think that I really like this song. And like I said, the more I listened to it, it was catchy. It was in my head all day. I love it. Like I said, we're going to play it as much as we can. And maybe it will become some sort of, anthem or, like we say, everyone has their part. Everyone gives what they can give. And this is huge. I think this is great.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, once it's mastered, people will want to play it, hopefully at, as they get ready for whatever the next thing is.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how it progresses.
Right. Yes, likewise. Thank you guys very much for having me.
Nice seeing you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, man, we'll see you soon.
We'll see you
keep us posted on the mixing.
Yeah.
That's good. We'll do.
Okay.
We'll see you out there.
Bye.
Bye.
Awesome. I'm so glad we had him on.
Yeah, that was great.
I love to plug.
Yeah.
I love to plug people's stuff, and I don't mean that.
Where's Cherry when you need her?
I know, right?
Yeah, right. I just hit the chat button down the bottom, and it put me out.
Oh no!
All right, we're like, what the hell happened?
Right, you came back pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah,
I've seen that happen, and it's been a train wreck. But you did good.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, good.
Sorry.
You can't take that away. That's part of the show.
You can't take the scratches away either.
Got a sweatshirt on.
Oh, I know. It's unbelievable. So funny. So listen, before we get rolling, so I know a lot of people are wondering, Mike. So obviously this is up to you, but what's going on with you? I know people are concerned about your your health and that type of thing. You're good to go, yeah? You're doing
yeah, I'm good to go. Good to go.
Beautiful. Good. It's good to hear. We need to get
it's gonna go slow.
Yeah. Now people are just asking, what's going on? What's going on? I'm like, listen, that's his story to tell. So I'll let you tell your story, and you're good to go. Then
they'll all see me out there.
Fantastic. So listen, are you going to be around on Friday's rain date?
I'm gonna try to get down there. I'm gonna take it one day at a time here.
Yeah, I hear you.
But did you pick up on that on the court yesterday, the other day? What's her name? Laura McLaughlin?
Oh, yeah. Lunchbox's counterpart?
Yeah. And the sister's the one that was the EMT on scene?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Didn't pick up on that. Really?
That's what they were saying. That's what they're saying.
How is that? You know what? I'm not even going to question it because they're all related and it's all so cool.
It is. And I got another one.
Oh shit.
Oh, boy.
Fanning.
Yeah.
He used to be a Stoughton cop.
Yeah.
Before he went to the state police.
Yeah. He was involved.
Oh, you knew that?
Yeah. He was involved with Sanders.
Yeah, but he was a Stoughton cop before he became state police.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that guy.
So that's why he's protecting them.
Yeah.
Yep. So twisted. Really.
They all know each other.
And Canoni's goes back to the McCabe's. She's got McCabe's in her family.
Yeah, we saw that too.
Yeah, I heard that as well. So, yeah, just like wait until Friday. We'll see what the hell they unleash then.
Yeah, I think next week's going to be a big week.
I don't know. I'm still just floored that this whole thing's going to trial. It just blows my mind because
it's crazy.
I expected more from the feds and Josh Levy and all these other people. Like, where the hell are you? Come on,
Yeah, I think they're just waiting for the jury to get called, seated, and that way that trial started. I think it was going to happen shortly after that.
Yeah.
If they got to the rest of the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
They want the whole tree. They don't want just the root.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I get it. I totally understand it, but
look at all the suffering that's going on in the meantime.
Really?
It's just.
Yeah.
I get it, but it's an important thing. But
right.
Poor Karen.
Scott, you were looking dapper out there yesterday, all dressed up in your suit.
Yeah, Scott.
Well
yeah, he was.
I was like, wait a minute, who's the guy?
That guy?
Yeah.
I think he said he was dressed up because he was going to the town meeting too, wasn't it?
He was at the town meeting as well. Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah, okay.
He had a day plan.
Yep. Good job, Scott. Well done. Way to represent always.
Yep.
Always. Love it. So listen, getting into just some topics of the evening before we get moving on here. But Canton 9, unfortunately, there's nothing new. It's so ridiculous. I mean, Mike, what do you think about? I mean, the way that they've been dragging this out, the magistrate hearing, and there's got to be a decision made, right? I mean, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, it's going to get thrown out, but why let those people sit there like that?
Exactly.
It's corruption.
Yeah, it's inconvenience to people. That's what they do,
And is that in Stoughton Court or Dedham?
That's Stoughton.
That's Stoughton.
Yeah, in the Canton 9s.
That should have already been taken care of.
It should, absolutely.
It's all part of it, and when the shit hits the fan, it's gonna hit it.
Hopefully, the corruption, they get it all.
Yeah, I hope.
Stoughton, Dedham,
Yeah. Imagine
All of them.
best day if they were it was all one big thing.
Yep.
Well, they at least ethics violations. There's got to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, exactly.
At least.
Right.
The fact that these people are in positions of power, it just blows my friggin' mind. Really, really does.
And they also know too, so they know they have to come out of this like there's something in it for them. You know what I mean? So.
They've been in power too long is the problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There should be limits on that stuff too.
Yeah.
This has been going on for generations. You know.
Corruption is.
Like we were just talking with Chris about the Canton town meeting last night. I mean, it's the good old boys club. Now Trisha's in there, and that's changes the dynamic.
It totally changed the dynamic. It was amazing.
Right.
I mean,
all it takes is one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you look
and
at
they'll be scared.
John Conley was like, Johnny Jokester last night.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah.
It up with everybody. It's
I
like,
know.
dude, cut this shit, will you?
He's such a phony.
Yeah, he's such a phony.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
Yep.
Did you see Colleen?
No.
She put out a video earlier. She was looking over his fence, and he had
the dumpster.
What a storage unit.
Yep.
She's a character.
Yeah, she's so wound up. I love it.
She's the best.
Yep.
That's what they need. People stand up to them.
Yep. And she certainly does.
Yeah, she does with her little dances.
Shaking her
she
butt.
does it in a happy way.
All right, what's
for the board meeting last night, for them to go on for 2 hours, and they hit all kinds of topics. So I don't know if it was because it's been, they haven't had one in a little bit.
I think there's just a lot of content.
A lot of content, whatever the case was, but
all those names.
I think stuff comes up at different times of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
So they hit whatever they hit, and there was one person that spoke about, Earth Day, and the Earth Day is coming up, the 27th of April, and that was the only public comment. And actually looking through the video, watching it back again, I know Rita and Jen were there, and Rita got up and asked a few questions on some of the earlier topics, but they had already left the building by the time public comments were rolled around. So
right,
like, well, we're not going to wait 2 hours to speak now. It's time to go.
I think it's a good strategy, though. Why they didn't speak? I'm not sure why they didn't speak, but I'm assuming it's just kind of like yeah, well, you're not going to listen to us anyway, so we're going to.
It's only the first week, really, too. You got to let them get in there.
That's true.
They probably ain't telling Trish nothing.
Yeah, I know. Right?
We can't trust her yet.
Yeah, right. I know.
Yeah, you got to earn it.
Right. She'll earn it.
She will. She'll be great. She'll do
good.
She'll be all proud. All right,
absolutely.
What's next?
Aiden, we got
standouts.
Well, we got Aiden going on. So Aiden's aside from going on at 9 tonight, which I'm sure everybody's going to go watch. He's got a court date coming up April 23rd, I believe. I'm not exactly sure what that one's for.
That one's for well, they kicked out the assault and battery.
Yeah.
So witness intimidation.
Is that what it is? Yeah, I'm not really sure what but he's
got so many of them.
I know we can't keep up with Aiden's charges.
Yeah. But I think he did say that he's trying to get that one. He's trying to get that one done within the next week.
Yeah, because
he said it'd miss about 11 days of the trial. I think he said.
Yeah. Okay.
If he has to. He'll do his surprise visits. She can't go there every day.
Exactly. So, yeah, I hope he gets everything ironed out. I mean, definitely having him on the front lines is a huge win for us. And it's not even about wins now. It's just about what's right. He shouldn't be freaking kept away because of some
Pinball.
Exactly. Speaking of ratchets, Ratchet Madness, if you haven't voted today, make sure you have.
Vote.
Yeah. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button.
Hey, thanks, Mike.
Hey, I just got a new thing today. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
See, Karen. It's being made.
Getting made up, yeah?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's for my trailer.
That's awesome.
Well done.
I love it.
See my girl.
Yeah. Exactly, right? So yeah, speaking of Karen, so on to Karen. So we got a couple things going on. Friday is the final trial conference before the trial begins. The pre-trial. Yeah, thank you.
Final pre-trial conference.
So, and that's where all the motion's going to be in, right?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, they're going to talk about what is going to
let in and not,
what's in, what's out, and that type of thing. So hearing from Bev, I guess it's going to be. Again, I'm not familiar. I don't go to court unless I really have to, and hopefully I don't have to. but
that's how hard it's raining.
Yeah, exactly. But for my own personal business, I don't want to have to go to court. But I think she said that they have to, like, they're supposed to agree upon what they do discuss or what they do bring up during the trial. So I was unaware of that. So if that be the case, wow. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe misunderstanding. Is that your understanding as well?
Yes, that is my understanding.
Oh, excellent. Well done. All right.
I'll take the 2-1.
Honestly, I wasn't really listening, so I just agreed.
Oh, excellent. Well done.
It's secret to a successful relationship.
You're doing a fine job.
Oh, you're out. Stay over there.
Yeah, so Friday, I understand it's supposed to be
what time?
Shitty out. Oh, 9 o'clock.
Well,
9 o'clock.
That's when it start.
That's going to probably be pretty long if they got a lot of stuff to go through.
I think it's going to be an all-day event. So
yeah,
I don't imagine it being a 10-minute thing in and out.
Yeah. Well, then again, Bev gives that statement. We got all day. And then by the way, 5 minutes to speak.
Yeah, I lied. You lied, and you all have to deal.
Well, I think tomorrow's going to decide her fate.
I think so too.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's definitely a lot behind the scenes, and Mark.
Not tomorrow, Friday.
Filing motions as well for against the standout and the 200 feet and all that type. So there's a lot going on being filed with the SJC. So I don't know when that timeline is going to unfold. If we'll see anything before the trial starts, but hopefully we'll be back in business shortly thereafter. But we'll keep our fingers crossed, I guess.
I think Tuesday I'm going to identify as a minion.
You should. You should.
People identify as cats. Why can't I identify as a minion?
Exactly.
You can. You can identify however you like.
I didn't know you were actually wearing a minion, Mike, to be honest.
I was what?
I didn't know you weren't a minion. I thought you were just those things you were born.
Well, it's either that or I could go and do my
there it is.
First Amendment.
There you go. I love it.
Yes. You'll have to switch them up on Friday because it's good. Well, if you come on Friday.
Oh yeah, I'm bringing them both.
Yeah, all right.
Listen, for everybody that doesn't know as well, I mean, you live in New Hampshire, right?
Correct.
So you drive down for all. I mean, you're there all the time. You're like a staple out on the streets. People know who Minion Mike is, and it's great. I love to see the support. I want to give you props on that because you're always.
Thank you.
And another thing I do want to mention too, before I forget, when Ken Mello showed up that day, and you were like, just rolling when you want or whatever it was, dude, I laughed so goddamn hard.
We just looked at each other and like, oh my god! I can watch it.
I like the lunch spots myself.
That was a classic moment. Classic moment.
Well, they make a classic out of us, so I turn it around.
Yeah,
That killed me. And then when Will played it back, actually, and his commentary behind it, I was like, "Oh my god!"
So did
He's funny.
Turtle Boy played it too. That was hilarious.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, he had all the music to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple. There was like the '70s porn, and then there was the Benny Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the creativity.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah. So moving right along here. So Lauren's got a date April 23rd as well versus KP. We know nothing more about that at this point, so we're hoping that that all gets situated.
That's
Is it San Gordon?
That's
Or is that Stoughton?
Oh yeah.
Stoughton, yep.
A couple of weeks ago, we were at Morrissey's office. That was a great success. Just to reiterate on that, hopefully we don't have to be back there, but we probably will.
Mm-hmm.
So keep it in
I
mind.
think we should be out there Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monday too.
And then see what we come up with for Tuesday. Whether we got to block the town off, every road around it.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. We got to still try to figure
out
out what's going to happen. So I think what happens on between tomorrow and Friday is going to dictate what Tuesday is going to bring. So we shall see. So anyways, on to Standouts. So we get a lot. I actually reached out to some people. I'm trying to do Paul proud. He's usually the one that posts everything on the Facebook pages, but the Standouts. You want to read the Standouts, Randy? Are you good with that?
No, I mean, you can do it.
All right, fantastic. Then.
I'm talking to the people.
I'm doing it if I can't see it, though.
No, I should have forwarded this thing along. So we got a lot of Standouts planned for the coming week, including the court dates. So I'll just run through them real quick. There was one today. The Oak Street overpass in Wayland. Denise, I'm sorry, Denise, I don't know how to pronounce your last name properly, so I'm not going to butcher it. But Denise stands out by herself, and I hope someone had reached out and asked about that standout and was potentially going to go attend. So I'm hoping there was more than one person, and we have two or more, and that standout starts to grow. And that's how they
start.
That
one? Where's that one?
That was the one in Wayland, the Oak Street overpass.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's out there on the pike, I guess. And they go out there. She goes out there all the time. She's out there like almost every day at like 3:30 till 4 by herself. So and cute. She gets a lot of beeps, a lot of support, a lot of waves.
I bet.
She gets some harassment too.
Yeah,
she's been approached by the state.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, she's a trooper.
She is. So I hope she got some support today. I hope somebody came out and stood with her because she's doing a great thing out there representing. Friday, we got Dedham Courthouse, Norfolk Superior, 9 a.m. Saturday, there are two on Saturday, one at Marble Street Overpass, Stoneham from 11 to 2, and the Bourne Rotary is at 2 to 4. The Plymouth one was rescheduled to Sunday. I forget, Renee gave me an update on that, but I forget why you guys moved that. I think it was just a vote. They decided.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that these two groups are now in competition with each other with who can go longer as far as days, because they both haven't skipped a weekend.
It's fantastic.
Or a week. So
I love it.
Good for them.
All right, sorry.
Who's that, Red Boots?
Yep.
Yeah.
Red
Boots
Renee. That's Sunday at Colony Place in Plymouth. We've been told to encourage everyone to wear pink. And as the request has been for the color pink by a certain person. So Renee wants to make sure, I don't have anything pink at this point, but I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Denise Pass already.
There it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Denise Pass already. She's amazing. Thank you for standing out in Wayland. I hope you're getting some support out there. Where was I here? Sunday, also Bill Ricca, Town Common from 10 to 2, and Legacy Place from 2 to 4. So there's a whole bunch going on the weekend. Harrison Street overpass in Worcester on Monday from 12 to 2. And we get caught on the Tuesday, the 16th at 9 o'clock. And then there are a few coming up as well in the early parts of May for Sandra. We actually had them stand out last weekend.
It was awesome.
Go ahead, talk
It
about
was
that.
such a great turnout.
Yeah.
It was right in that crazy intersection, so it's constant traffic, and it just reached so many people. We got so many beeps. Couple cops, Stoughton cops, giving us the wave. It was just, I'm getting chills just thinking about it.
Yeah, it was a
Mizzy was
great day.
there. She did a great job. She brought us cookies, water. I believe Sandra's aunt was there. So that was nice. But the turnout was just amazing. And the month of May is going to be all about Sandra. There's a bunch of, Dana will mention it, but there's a bunch of standouts and protests in honor of her in May. So if you could come out and join us.
Might not have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, but her birthday is being celebrated Monday the 13th at the Stoughton Town Hall from 2 to 4. Now, that's one day I definitely want to mention, but there are other dates in there. There's Monday the 6th, the Canton Town Hall for Sandra, 2 to 4. Later on that evening at the Stoughton annual meeting at the high school, actually, 6 o'clock that night. And then we have Sandra's birthday on the Monday, the 13th of May, the Stoughton Town Hall, 2 to 4. And then the Canton annual meeting is also that evening at the high school. And that's being at 6 o'clock at that night as well. So there's a lot going on. Reaching out to people today, trying to get the standouts. It was like they just kept flying in, and people were like, hold on, let me get back to you. And I posted, like, update again. Here's another update, and then it was amazing. I love it.
Now you know how Paul feels.
Yeah, exactly. Keep them coming. I love to see
Awesome.
I love to see the people just getting out there and doing what they're passionate about.
Yeah, the list is getting
It's fun.
It is.
It's so fun. And you meet awesome people. Like, look at this
Yeah.
we have here. It's so amazing.
So
It's like one big family.
Did you used to stand up before all this?
He was Front Street.
I held a sign, a picket sign when I was in the union. That was about it.
Really? No kidding, huh?
And that was back in the 80s.
And now here you are, right?
And now here I am. I never thought I'd be doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
Same.
Like Chris said, he never thought he would.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd go sit in the courtroom and listen to a trial or anything.
Yeah.
It's all different.
Yep, it really is. It's a whole different thing. And even like I've said before, stand out on the bridges or different standouts at all, at court and that type of thing. I used to drive by people all the time and like, what the hell are these people doing? Why are they out here wasting their time or whatever? Now I understand it. They're passionate about it. It doesn't matter if I agree with what they're passionate about or not. They're all
most of them, though, back then were probably people for, select seats and all that stuff. Regular local stuff.
Right. Exactly.
Which is, if you're into politics and town stuff, that's one thing. If you ain't, you ain't gonna beat. This is totally a whole different thing. It's got nothing to do with politics or anything. Well, it does, but.
Yeah.
It's the people trying to frame everybody.
Yeah, exactly. This thing defines, certain lines. It's crazy.
Right. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No,
that's why you're here.
Exactly.
Keep it.
Listen, you're talking less than Paul usually does. So
I'm talking more, you mean? He's going to be jealous.
Yeah, he's going to be jealous. Well, by the time he gets back, we'll be like, yeah, we're going to replace you with Mike. It's not working out. It's not working out. It's not you. It's me.
Yeah.
It's not me, it's you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tracy better say it.
Yeah.
He's well-deserved vacation. He's been
He's been at it for a while.
He really is. So it's great. I'm not going to say that I'm not jealous because I love
everybody is.
Yep. Everyone's been working hard.
Yep. I think he's we haven't heard from him as often this week while he's been gone. We've heard from him a little bit, but it's very sporadic.
I thought he said he was coming on.
Yeah, I don't know.
He put something out earlier. I thought he was just messing with us anyway.
Such a brat.
Yeah, I'm sure Julie put the kibosh on that.
Yeah.
She's like,
She better have.
Yeah, she's a saint.
She is a saint.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Let's see. So we went over Missy's stuff and standouts and all that. So basically, aside from Julie Grant's apology that's still pending, I got nothing else.
Oh, you know what I wanted to say too? A lot of people notice that on those motions, my last name is Spacuzza. I don't go by Spacuzza anymore, which is why I go by my maiden name, Mari. I'm not married anymore, but I don't go by that name anymore. But it's my legal name, and that's why it's on the motion. I'm not trying to hide anything. If some people were implying that, but yeah, it's just me.
Costs money to get rid of it, don't it?
Yeah, it costs money. Pain in the ass, especially when you do it wrong and they send it back.
Right.
It's a process, but I'm working on it.
Yep.
So that's all I wanted to say. That's what I got to say this week. I don't say much.
Mike, you got anything else before we close out? I want to make sure we thank all the the YouTube, all the other channels that are out there. It's just again, we started off doing this back in January, right? Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. January, and then we had listed a handful of people. It was like, oh, this person, that person. Now it's just like there's just so many people on the list.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So you know who you are. Thank you for being you.
Everybody just does their part. It's great to hear all the content.
Oh, let's congratulate Brian on his new studio too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Is he in?
I don't know.
I think he's working on it, but
yeah, I know he's working on it. He said he was doing it for members only right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they can see them in the back as he's working doing it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
For him.
Then what is that? It's a Mansfield?
I'm not even sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought he mentioned Mansfield at one time.
Yeah, you're probably right then. Yeah, she had a lot.
He drove by Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in Stoughton.
He drove
in
by?
Cedar Birchmark. Yeah,
he did in beat.
Was,
oh shit!
Yeah, he drove by slowly. Yeah.
A white Jeep.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah. I was watching.
Yeah. People watching.
Yeah.
So anything,
hey, can I just say a couple shout outs to Paul and Julie from down the Cape? They're big listeners.
Absolutely.
My sister Michelle, Colleen, Nikki, my great nephew. That's about it.
Aw. Hi guys.
Hey everybody.
Oh, I want to thank my girl Erica with the K, and actually Erica A. There could be some stuff with all the Ericas, but I finally got my hoodie from Paul, so thank you so much. I feel like part of the club.
Shout out to Erica too.
Erica.
It was her birthday.
Oh yeah, yesterday was her birthday.
Yesterday was her birthday. Yeah.
Yep. She's awesome.
The world
is better
because of Erica being on it.
Yeah. We're all awesome.
Yeah.
In our own ways.
We appreciate all the support and everybody, not even just for us, but in general. I mean, the support as a whole, what we all do collectively to bring to the table for this movement it's inspiring. It's great. The best of the best.
It is.
I say it all the time, but people are so
makes us better people.
It does. It really, really does. I feel like a better person since I've met all these wonderful people.
Absolutely.
I'm doing more for my community, and I'm more involved, and I'm evolved. The past year has been life-changing for a lot of people. So it's a good thing. Good thing. Oh. All right, want to wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up
All right.
there.
I'm actually going to play Chris's video again on the way out. So thanks again
All right.
for coming on. It was awesome. And
Not a problem.
Exposure. Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Anytime.
The next time Paul goes on vacation, which is often.
We can bump him. All right, I'll be in touch. We'll see how it goes on Friday.
All right,
yeah,
great.
absolutely. Keep us posted.
Let us know. Everyone wants to
All
know.
right.
All right.
Cool.
See you guys. Bye.
All right.
Let me just. Oops.
Oh,
Hold up.
we're still
Hold
there.
up.
Hold on.
Hold up.
Play it.
Still streaming. Hold up.
And
Go.
Karen left the waterfall, bound for Fairview Road. Next day the buzz took her away on live trailers told. The Commonwealth's investigation was putrid and disease. The turtles showed the world the truth and brought them to their knees. Yeah! You know you're going down. You know you're going down. You'll never get away with Karen Day. You'll never get away with Tom again. You'll never get away with Karen Day. You'll never get away with Tom again. Chloe turned up missing and the house was quickly sold. Then Colonel found Jen's Google search house on the dying cold. John was gone, placed in the snow to die with just one shoe. You fucking pricks, you set her up. Now here comes the boom.